Hello scrapbooking friends, and thank you for joining me for another video. Today is my update video, so all the layouts I got done in the month of February, as well as Traveller's Notebook, and then any spending that I may have done and projects or plans for March. So I managed to get 8 layouts done in February, and that included 2 double pages. Go me. I do love my double pages, especially when I've got a nice story to tell, you know, an important or precious story to tell, or lots of photos. So I'll start off with the layouts. This is the first one. It's a blue textured cardstock background with Simple Stories Colour Vibe Foam Alpha in blue. I've got a partial tag here that I think was in my scraps and I just used it. I've faux stitched around the edge of that in blue, and I've added some blue baker's twine, and then one of those Vicky Bootin paper clip embellishments. I've got 3 clusters here, so I've got stars, stars and hearts, gold wood, plain wood, button wood, silver wood, plain wood, button wood, acrylic type button, and 2 wood hearts in that section. And then these 2 pieces here were rescued from deconstructed layouts. So this is a chipboard piece and this is a wood house. I've got tracing paper here, 4x6 portrait photo of Elvis, a scrap of yellow paper there with the torn edges here, faux stitching again, and then I've added a little tab here, which is actually the other side of that, the other piece of that tag, isn't it? And I've popped the date and a little heart on there. So yeah, this is Elvis. So I've said here, I wonder if Elvis is missing CJ since he has been moved to the oldies. So Elvis and CJ were in the same herd, and they're not in the same herd anymore. And I just caught this photo of Elvis, wondering whether he was thinking about him. I'm sure he wasn't. And I stamped the names within the journal in there. And then a tiny cluster here of a star gem, a wood dot, and a faceted blue gem. That's the first one. And this one is grey textured cardstock with these 2 4x4 square photos in a central vertical design, sort of, because then it extends, doesn't it? It is a design that I like to do from time to time, with the filled bottom half of the layout and then the title at the top centre and the photos in the middle. So yeah, I think I've inked the edges of those, have I? I can't quite tell. Yeah, I have inked all the edges in silver. This is a wood piece that I've used my mica watercolours, and I've added the yellow to it. I've got some pattern paper strips here, plus 2 strips of washi tape, and then 3 tags along the bottom, all inked in grey. I've added glitter domes and faceted gems here. I've done stamping in 2 places, well, here as well, and then here as well. So these are Tim Holtz stamps. And then I've just said a lovely beach walk at Shanklin, followed by lunch at the pub, a glass of cola, my favourite things to do, and 2 paws and 2 hearts stamped there. And yeah, I like that one. And then I've got this kind of gold thread going through the tags there, and I've added an eyelet into each one, and I did that on the previous layout as well. So this is another Elvis layout. So this is green textured cardstock with a band of pattern paper down the middle, vertically centered, with about 1 inch on either side. And I've added, you can't barely see it, but that is green thread. There is green thread along each edge there, with staples at the top and the bottom. So 4x6 portrait photo of Elvis mounted onto silver mirror card. Another wood piece here that I've added mica watercolour in green to, and then this lovely thickers foam alpha with the glitter edges. And I've got 3 sequins here in a cluster. And then once again I've used washi tape strips here, and then 2 layered tags. I think this was a piece of a tag that I've just laid it underneath that one, and I've stamped some apples. Set eyelets again, thread, and then I've got 2 hearts and a horseshoe, and I've inked those up. And I've said a lovely sunny day, and Elvis came over to say hello. I gave him an apple. His coat is lovely and smooth. This is a throwback actually, because this was August last year. Bit of stapling there, and yeah, that's that one. And this is another one. This is me at the Elvis exhibition in London. Red textured cardstock, and then a centre band of yellow textured cardstock, and then another band of Chamel main character energy pattern paper. I've inked the edges there. I've inked some edges again here, quite a few. I'm using the main character energy alpha set here. Another one of those wood pieces. This time I've inked in red. I've stamped this, the Elvis and the record here. This is a die cut piece. This is a layered textured sticker rescued from a deconstructed layout. This wood piece here is again came from a deconstructed layout. These are sequins or confetti pieces that are individually glued onto the page, which is, you know, not something I would ordinarily do because that does take patience, but as it's an Elvis layout, you know, it deserved the extra effort from me. 4x6 portrait photo laid onto white texture cardstock. Project Life card here and inked edges, as I've said already. The direct from Graceland exhibition is amazing. The Archers London Bridge is a stunning location. Lots of lovely restaurants nearby and very easy to get to from Waterloo. That's that one. This is one of the double pages. So how many have I showed you? 4. So yeah, these are just double pages now, aren't they? Because I've counted the double pages as 2 because, you know, it's one layout but 2 pages. So this is about the Dreamcoat Stars show that I went to see last spring. These are photos from the stage door photos. So I've used this too. It's a double page, like I've said. It's not a mirror image, but it's very similar. This photo was 4x4 because that was how the photo was taken. It was a selfie, and then these 3 are a portrait, 4x6 portrait, because they were taken by somebody else. Got a rainbow wood piece there. I think that's Bramble Fox. Got wood pieces here. A button type piece there, a metal piece, and then 2 wood pieces, just a little cluster of 4 there. Stamped the title with the LE Studio, and I've added 1 little gold star there. Across the bottom here, I've got the gold wood stars plus these stickers, which were from the Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat set from Letters to July, which is Etsy. Die cut piece here, or cut apart, and I've stamped the date on there. Another sticker, another one of those Bicky Boot in paperclip embellishments, and then this is a die cut piece, and I've set a heart-shaped eyelet and added this tassel, and I've said an absolutely incredible evening, stunning vocals that blew the roof off, West End performances over here on our little island at Medina Theatre, and I've stamped 4 little stars there, 1 for each Dreamcoat star, not me, him. So yeah, and then I've stamped all the names onto just a scrap of white cardstock and inked around the edges, and I've done inking around the edges again there. I've been doing quite a lot of that lately. This is the final one for February. So this is an Elvis layout, and I've stamped the background using my silver metallic Encore ink with all the heart stamps that I've got in my stash. So I didn't, that all that I could find I used on here. I've got Doyd, it's top left to bottom right, with 4 4x6 portrait photos of Elvis mounted directly onto the page. I've got the Simple Stories foam out vibe, colour vibe alpha in coral, is it, or might be orange? No, it's coral, I think. I've got 3 wood hearts here that I've inked all in the same silver ink pad. I've got a lollipop stick here, and I've just stamped Breakfast Like a King onto that after I gessoed it in white. Like I say, the doilies, top left, bottom right, paperclip Vicky Boot in, and then I've got a tag. I've set an eyelet and some twine. I've just added a bit of white pattern cardstock there for the journaling. I've got 3 horseshoes that I've inked in silver, and this Bramble Fox piece here, Love You Always, and I've gessoed over it just to make it more, to stand out more. And then the journaling just says, Elvis was reluctant to go for his breakfast. I think he thought he was seeing the vet. Chucky and Nick were getting dentals. I managed to coax him. Later, he showed me heart eyes. This is when he was having his breakfast, and this is the heart eyes. There are videos for all of these layouts. And when I was there this week, I was told that Elvis was actually getting a dental. I believe it was going to be on Wednesday. So yeah, he's had his done now as well. So this is my Donkey Traveller's notebook, and as you can see, I have started another one for 2024. Well, going into 2024, because this one started in February 2023, and I managed to get a whole year into here more or less, which is good going. So we finished off here last time. We had done an extra embellishing because the album wasn't too you know, fat, so I added a little bit extra embellishing than what I would normally do. So that was on the end of January. So then we go into my first week in February at the Sanctuary. I'm using these die cut pieces that I keep in a little container here on my desk. they're kind of like birthday or Christmas themed ones that I don't really use a lot of. So every now and again I'll pick one out and use the reverse side. I've stenciled on the background of this one here with a stencil. And all these are, like I said, a die cut pieces, so the date, and then I've just said it was a hectic day. I separated Elvis from his medicine and his food. Oops, got interrupted then. Yeah. Oh, and then I was just saying he was reluctant to be head collared because he thought the vet was seeing him. And I've just literally said that because that's the layout. This is the photo that's on that layout that I've just shown you. And then I managed to get him to move in the end. And I'm just saying that Nick and Chucky were getting dentals, not Elvis. And then oldies and minis, meds, mucking out, oldies lunch, poo picking, moving ponies, or poo picking ponies, moving donkeys. Dinah was a bit feisty. Myra was good. Woody was reluctant. Oldies, meds, feeds. Oldies investigating their new bed in here. So yeah, I've just kind of run the journaling along here. And I've just said here that CJ and Prentice were at Lip Hut, which is the veterinary hospital, the equine hospital on the mainland. And I was just saying that Penny did pass away on the 7th. So that was quite sad, very sad. Some little hearts here, inked up a couple of those. Some stamping of the names. And the oldies here, and then that smiling, laughing emoji. And then that's just the oldies investigating their bedding. And that's Elvis eating his breakfast. So then the following week was, is that the following week? 6th, 9th. Oh no, this was the day I went in to do some training. So I went back again to do some training. And yeah, this was that day. Elvis, Merlin, Leighton over Colin Jr. Got his head resting on Colin Jr. And this is Jimbo. And again, I've used those die cut pieces from the packet over there, and I've just inked the edges and done my journaling. Just saying that I had my session learning all about head collar and fitting head collars properly and tying and leading the donkeys and the types of brushes that we use, that kind of thing. It's a refresher. I mean, I do most of that already, but it was like a refresher really, or formal training. And then I was just saying that after I'd finished my training, I hung around for a little while because the young donkeys were getting their wormer treatment, and I was observing the girls doing that, trying to, you know, catch the donkeys to do their worming training, to do their wormers. And I was very impressed with their, you know, donkey catching skills. So that's finished, all done. Sort of a whole year in there, isn't there? Because it goes from 14th of February all the way to the 9th, so a whole year in there. Pleased with that. Then I've got this lovely photo of Elvis that I've stuck on the front of this one. And so this album is slightly bigger than this, is the one that Moira sent me, but then I bought these myself, and these are like A5, so it's even bigger. So I was thinking I might, I don't know, I can fit more on a page, can't I? So hopefully get more into the album. That's what I'm thinking, rather than, you know, maybe that I might do is putting more for each day on a page rather than putting 2 days on a page, but you know, we'll see how that goes. So I rounded the corners here just to match the albums a little bit, and I added the Simple Stories foam alpha on there. So there's a couple of bits that can't show you in here at the moment because I'm not quite sure if it's public information, but hopefully I'll be able to show you that next time. But we're starting off here with the 13th of February. I've done washi tape here, a little bit stamping hearts, and a laughing emoji again. So this is Elvis, Nick and Chucky. I've stamped that on one of those die cut pieces, and I'm using die cut pieces again here, so I must have been in the mood for that at the time. This is a photo of the All Sorts herd just attacking the barrow. We were filling up a treat board and they were just getting their heads into the barrow before we could even do anything with it. So it was raining. I updated some information on my donkey features note that I keep on my phone, so I spent quite a bit of time doing that with the young donkeys. I groomed CJ, moved the minis and some ponies, made up the treat balls for the boys, girls and the All Sorts. Elvis meds, gave Elvis his medication and his hay, and I fed the fresh air ponies. Oh, and then I took hay to the fresh air donkeys, the minis and the 4 ponies, fresh air ponies. So yeah, that was a busy day. And then this is the following week. Yeah, following week, 20th. Project Life card here. I've added some washi tape, and again I've stenciled the back. Oh no, I made my own stencil using my punch to do this, similar to what I did on this layout, the heart eyes layout. I just punched out from a bit of paper and then used it as a stencil. And I've just said, what a day. I was told that lovely Eric had passed away. Age got the better of him. I gave Elvis his medication again, and I was able to give him a green that day. And then Phantom got into a little bit of a pickle with a treat ball, so they had to sort that out. And then some of the donkeys were being monitored because they were a little bit poorly. I did some cleaning, some mucking out, and it was a busy day with visitors, so that was that half, no, I don't think that was half term, but it was a busy day with visitors. And then I just said I used the new hose pack to clean the bowls and had a wipe down in the feed room because I do like a bit of cleaning. So this is the barrow with the all the feed bowls in it that I've cleaned. And then this here is Elvis having his groom with Chucky. This is Elvis, and then Chucky was getting in on the act because he likes a groom, and that's Elvis again. So this bit is the bit I can't show you at the moment because I'm not too sure what's happening with that. Not public information yet. So then that was then. This was when I went in again for training. So this was not my usual day, it was a training day, and I just had my new volunteer jacket on, which is nice. And I just, because I normally do a type, stamp or write the names of all the donkeys, because I was doing it on these ones, I thought I'd do it for me for fun. I just covered that little bit up there. So this is that jute adhesive tape that I bought, and a washi tape, so I thought I'd just do that on this page because I thought it goes quite nice with you know, it's kind of like a double page spread really. And this is Elvis and Nick. And then I've just said a farm training day, wearing my new jacket. We groomed some of the donkeys, Woody, Trevor and Thomas, and did hoof picking. And I was more confident with doing that because I'm used to doing it now, and I'm not afraid of hurting the donkeys. This is Lulu here, one of the new donkeys at the sanctuary. She may be going to foster. This is Olive. She was inside that day because she's a little bit under the weather. And then this is the same day. So, oh no, it's not. No. That was the 23rd. This was the 27th. And this is the 27th. So I've actually done a double page spread, but there was quite a lot to say about that day. So that's why. This is Prune, CJ, Junon and Kitchy. And I've just said groomed CJ, Olive, Prune and Kitchy. Fed the ponies twice. Cleaning, herb teas. We took some herbal tea round to some of the animals. Helped with Kitchy's coat, which is here. Moved the oldies, and then took carrots around to some of the donkeys, including Nick, Elvis and Chucky. And I gave Nick his medication. And then I was just saying here that Colin, Rupert and Bob have passed away. Age got the better of them. So yeah, it's been quite a sad time at the sanctuary recently because we've lost 4 of our old donkeys, which is, it's always sad, but we've lost 4 quite close together, and they're in our very old the oldies herd. So they are the donkeys that are quite aged and do have health conditions, and when it gets to the point where you can't give them quality of life, we do sadly have to let them go. We can't be selfish and keep them. But yeah, so quite sad times, but farm life carries on, and we have the joy of looking after all the other animals there. So that's up to date. Hopefully I'll show you those pages next month. Just can't show them to you at the moment. And now I've got something new to show you, which is a new traveller's notebook. Woohoo! The other day I was just thinking about, because I'm not doing Project Life, I don't really keep a diary anymore. Sometimes it's just things that I want to, I don't know, like a junk journal I suppose, just things that I want to sort of not necessarily document but keep. So I thought to myself, use one of these, another one of these traveller's notebooks, and just do myself a little album for just random things. So on the day I decided I was doing it, I just started by stamping on the page and just randomly sticking stuff on this cover. There was no like design to it whatsoever. I knew I wanted to use these alphas from Schmel, so I just called it just random stuff. And I've got this rainbow tag, this wood piece that I've inked up in 2 colours, just stamped here, this makes my heart happy, with a little camera and some paws. Popcorn, a movie film strip here with the popcorn, just a wood chipboard heart and star, 2 Hey Little Magpie flare pieces, a Coca-Cola sticker, a wood musical note, a little rainbow, a smiley face, a puffy, a stamp of my house, doggies, horseshoes, my name, Elvis, lightning bolt relates to Elvis, a little acrylic piece there, and then this layered textured sticker. So yeah, just a bit of fun really on the page. I did it quite quickly. I didn't put too much thought into it. I just wanted it to be like fun, and I think that's what it is. So then I've only really just started in this. There's not much in here. This is packaging from the Vicky Boot in paper clips that I've used them all now. There's a little bit cut out that I used for something else. I've covered that with these items here. So I've got a stamp of the king here. It's the only one, well, you know, one of the first ones that I got. So I've popped that in here. This is just a little label from a t-shirt, an Elvis t-shirt that I purchased, and this is the same. Just a label from some Elvis merchandise, and then this is just a tag from some merchandise shirt or something that I bought for my husband. So I just thought I'd pop them in this, you know. I just like to keep, I just thought I'd keep those things. Not sure why, but you know, I remember when that I bought Graceland apparel. Is that how you say it? Official apparel. I think that's how you say it. And then the first page is just the other day I was looking through my badges, and I'd got all my Shakin' Stevens badges from the 1980s, and I just randomly took a photo and put it on Instagram. And then I thought to myself, why don't I put that in here? You know, so just a little documenting of my pin badge collection from the 1980s. Simple Stories colour vibe, foam alpha in green, a little gem here, well 3 gems, a heart that I've inked up, and I'd actually inked this up for another layout and I hadn't used it, so that was sitting on my desk, so I used that. And I've just stamped here badge collection with my new typewriter font stamp set, and I was right in the fact that the stamp blocks are massive, but the little actual stamped image is the same size as those smaller ones that I use. So that's actually gone over there, hasn't it, and discoloured that page, but that's fine. So yeah, nothing else in here at the moment, and it's not going to be a daily, monthly or any kind of set plan with this. It's just if I want to document something that's not donkey related, that's not going in a layout, and I just want to keep a record of it, then it's going to go in here. So I'm hoping that that will last a long time, because I'm not planning on filling it up quickly. So that's all my documenting, I think, for this month. We've got the layouts and the 2 Travellers notebooks. I've already done the haul video, so you would have seen the haul video already that I did mid-month. And then the only other thing I forgot to say in that haul video was that I did buy 2 packs of textured cardstock, 60 packs, so black and white. So I got a 60 pack of black and a 60 pack of white, because I literally had none left, so I needed to just restock with the basic background like this textured cardstock. So that's what I bought. What else? Yeah, I'm quite pleased with the amount of layouts that I got done, really. I've been reading books as well, and I've been making cards, and I've also got the House of Scrap up to date. I've done a couple more videos for the House of Scrap going into 2021, so I've got 3 more to do, just 3 more for 2021, and then that is finished. I've got 1 in here ready to go. So they're set up, scheduled on YouTube right up until, I think, is it the 8th of March? No, it must be beyond that, because today I'm recording this on Thursday. Hopefully this will go up today. It's the 29th of February today, so you'll have a House of Scrap video going up tomorrow, and then there's one for next week and possibly the week after. So yeah, I've got 3 more to do of those, but the ones I've done already are all scheduled and ready to go. So the only other thing is I've got this little album ready, one of those albums in my haul video, because my husband and I went on an unexpected little mini break for 3 days last weekend. So I'm thinking, because it wasn't like, there's not many photos and not massive stories to tell. We were on the mainland on business, and we just thought we'd have a mini break at the same time, which is what we did. We did go to some pubs, that's why, hence the beer glasses there. And this is just the only photo that I've printed out so far, because it was filling a gap on one of my printouts on Project Life app. So I printed it, and it's a macaron and a little bit of cake there that I purchased. So that's one of the stories that's going to go. I think I'm going to do that in this album. It's going to be a small album. Haven't started it yet. Just printed that photo, that's all. So yeah, that's one project that I'll probably do this month, in March. I have got a pre-op for my eyes, my cataracts this month. So I'm not sure what's happening with that. That may slow me down a little bit. Chester's got to go to the vet for a dental, and he'll have a few checkups and what have you. Busy with the donkey sanctuary as well. So yeah, just as much as crafting as I can do, and if not, you know, creating the stories, ready to create the layouts. So once again, thank you for joining me. Stay safe, take care, and I shall see you next time.